Hi, and welcome to this webinar where we're going to be revising the different features that we offer in ArtPlacer. My name is Carla, and I'm going to be guiding you through the different things we offer. We're going to first go through the artwork section and learn how to upload your own artworks. Then we're going to see the library spaces and learn how to create mockups. Then we're going to learn what are the widgets and see also the virtual exhibitions and how to curate. Let's dive in and help you make the most out of ArtPlacer. So this is the artwork section. This is where we're going to be beginning today because this is the section you'll be able to upload your artworks in and then to be able to use the mockups and create virtual exhibitions. Let's dive in. You will be able to access your artwork section from your dashboard on the top left corner or also from the artwork section on the top menu bar. So once you have opened the artwork form, you'll have to upload an artwork image. Then you'll have to select if it's a 2D artwork, a video, a sculpture, or if it's digital art. For 2D artworks, it will ask for the title. You can add the artist, the year, the price. You'll have to enter the dimensions. Then for video, same thing, and what changes that you'll have to add the video URL from YouTube or Vimeo. And then also choose the display size, small, medium, or large. And then for sculptures, you'll have similar title, artist, year, medium, price, and then choose as well the dimensions, but adding the depth, of course. And then for digital art, you'll have same title, artist, medium, year, price, and then as well small, medium, or large display size. As per the additional information, you may add a purchase link, which is a link to your product page, for example, of that specific artwork. You can also add the view more URL if you want, which will allow users to go to your page. If it's an NFT, you can add the OpenSea or Marketplace link. Then you can also add if there's a collection, if there's any orientation particularly you want this artwork to be displayed in, and the privacy or public in terms of the Discover profile. This is, for example, the artwork section. Once you have uploaded several artworks, you'll have filters on the left where you can filter through your catalog according to the category. As I mentioned before, the importance of uploading your artworks first on the upload section is because all your mockups will be able to access to the images you upload on artworks. This includes the library spaces, the personal spaces, and the artwork planner. As well, the virtual exhibitions will also have access. This is something to consider if you're trying to create, for example, a virtual exhibition, which later we're going to see how, and add a text on the walls. This is the moment to add the artwork, like curatorial text with a transparent background, or for example, labels that you later want to add on your virtual exhibitions. Bear this in mind when you are creating your own exhibition. To access the library spaces, you'll be able to access through this section where you see the center of the dashboard, or also where it says spaces at the menu at the top. As mentioned before, you can create mockups with our library spaces. These mockups can be used on social media, on your website, and more. These are, for example, some examples from other artists and how they have created their own mockups. As you see, some have gallery setups where they have added several artworks and framed them, or also single artworks. This you may use as you want, and it's a great way to show your artwork at a scale. In a minute, I'll be showing you how to create your own mockup on our library spaces. But first, I want to mention that you have several library spaces to choose from. You can choose and filter by style, by room type, and also you have some that are in perspective or front view like these ones. This is, for example, what the library spaces look from the inside. On the left, you're going to find the filters that you can apply for your search. You can search by orientation, size, space, or even style. Otherwise, you also have at the top right corner, there's a search bar for you to search for the type of space you're looking for in particular. So you have those two places where you can look for the particular space. Okay, so once you're done applying the filters of what you're looking for, you just select a space and we're going to start creating a mockup. I'm going to select a space now. All right, let's dive in and see how to create it. So I'm going to see that at the bottom there's a menu that opens up with the artworks. I'm just going to drag and drop one, which automatically sets itself up to scale because the walls have been previously set. You can add frames if you want. We also have
the possibility of adding shadows by going to the lighting section where you add the shadows, and also edit the shadows if needed. As well, you can set up the size by entering the measurement here and changing the unit appropriately. Then if you upload more than one artwork and you want to align them, you also can. I'm going to, for example, place another artwork. I'm going to frame it so that they look similar. All right, shadow, okay. So I can now select both artworks, go to position and just center them or align them to the left, for example, or to the right. So I can choose how to space them evenly or align them for me to have a more efficient way of organizing my artworks. So once I'm happy with my mockup and I'm ready to publish it on social media or just save it, I'm gonna go to the bottom where I see the three dots. I'm gonna click on crop space if I want to crop it, or I'm gonna download it, save new setup, or email it. In this case, I'm gonna save it to show you also where to find the new setups. I'm gonna name it my new mockup. I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna go to the save setups to show you. It's the third section of the spaces section where you're gonna find all the spaces that you have previously saved.
As well, you will find that some of them have the tag Smart Spaces at the top left. This means that these spaces will allow you to also change the wall color and place art behind objects. As well, if you're looking to get inspired, we have some guides available on our Instagram. You'll be able to access for tips and examples on how you may also create your own mockups. As well, each month we do select some library spaces to feature on our own Instagram. So if you want to be one of the possible artists that get featured there, you may also tag us on Instagram and we will definitely look at your space. As you see, we have a large variety of spaces and styles you can use, and even different modalities for you to use our library spaces. The last one I want to show you on the section is the personal spaces. This is mainly if you want to upload your own photo of a room that you want to showcase your artworks on, or a client room you want to create a mock-up with to show your client how your artworks will look there, or even to pre-curate like a gallery exhibition. If you have a photo of a space and you know the wall dimensions, you may upload this image for your own use to set up the walls and then just create another mockup. This is easy for you to have another option if you want to personalize your own mockups as well.
So let's start and dive into how to create a personal space. This is, for example, a personal spaces section. I'm gonna go to one that I have already uploaded, but you would have to upload a room photo. Then you're gonna have to set up the walls. So you will be working on with just clicking anywhere in the space. You'll see the square that you can move all the corners to adjust the walls, even if it's in perspective or just a front view. You'll have to set it so that it matches the space of the wall that you will be using for the mockup. You can click on done, and now the space has been set up with the space and the measurements that you have entered. Now you can place artworks just to create the mockup as you have done previously in the library spaces section. So I can just place as many artworks as I want. I can add a frame to them. I can add the lighting, like the shadow effect, so that it becomes more real in the space. And of course, using the size or the positioning tool. Once I am happy with the mockup and I'm ready to send it to a client, I can now go to this part. I can crop the space, I can download, I can save as a new setup, I can email it to my client, or if I have to adjust walls, I also can.
Well, I hope that was helpful onto knowing how to create your own mockups. We're going to now be continuing on the virtual exhibition section. You can access your virtual exhibition section from the bottom right corner or also at the menu at the top. In a minute, we're going to be diving into the hows of how to create a virtual exhibition. But I wanted to first show you these, which are examples of different virtual exhibitions. For all of them, you can customize the ceiling, the wall, and the floor, and give them that personal touch that will match your artworks and curatorial style as well. Some last things to mention before starting curating is that you can definitely add frames to your artworks. You can also use the placeholders for labels, for text, and anything you want to add there. And also to reposition the artworks, you can use the positioning tool. Okay, let's start curating and see how it goes.
Okay, so diving into the virtual exhibition sections, this is how it looks from the inside. As you see, it has several sections. We're going to get started with the how to create a virtual exhibition. Clicking on new, I'm going to enter the information of the virtual exhibitions. That is title, author, date, description. I can even add a brochure if I want. Once I'm ready, I'm going to click on save. I'm going to choose the venue from the ones available for my plan. I'm going to continue. And now it's going to start curating. Okay, so this is how the venue looks from the inside. This is Diane, which is available on all subscriptions. I'm going to turn around and show you a bit. So we're going to see that it has several placeholders on the walls, which are these squares with numbers inside, and they correspond to the menu that appears on the right. So this means that if I want to add an artwork there, I'm just going to match it with the 7 that appears here. I'm going to choose an artwork, and then it's going to place itself on the placeholder. Once I click on the image of the artwork, I can choose a frame if I want. I'm going to show you as well the effect that it adds on the artwork to show you. I recommend it especially for photographs or anything that doesn't have a frame and you would like to add one to it. You can also change with the offset tool the position, even the vertical or horizontal axis. As well, as mentioned before, you can add text if you have previously uploaded. I'm going to show you the effect. I'm going to click on the image again. And I have the possibility of clicking on transparency, which as you see will allow me to place the text directly on the wall. As well, I'll have the option to just move it around with the offset tool. Alright, and that's a bit how you curate text and images. I can also click on hide and use slots, which will allow me to see a bit of the preview of how it's coming up without the placeholders in place. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a bit how to curate and customize the space itself. We're going to go to customize at the bottom. You'll have several textures for the floor available. You can also change the wall color if you want using the wall picker, the color picker. You can also change the font color, which is the title. Then you can change the ceiling as well. I like using the dropper tool because that will allow me to match it with the wall. Well, and so on and so forth. You'll see that you can customize as you please. I'm gonna go back to white. And now, once I'm done curating it as I want and customizing, I'm ready to save the exhibition. I'm gonna go here to the bottom and hit and save. And we're gonna now go back to our exhibitions. So as you see, it now appears on the draft section, which is the unpublished one, where I have the options for preview or publish. I'm gonna publish it so I can show you that now I have the option to share it through the social media link, which is available on all plans. Or if I am an advanced or premium user, I'll be able to also embed it by using this code. I'm clicking on embed and using that code on my website.
You will have also, as a premium or advanced user, the possibility of embedding your virtual exhibition into your site. This gives you the options to also make your site be more innovative and also retain your clients without having to open a new browser tab. Let's go to an example to see how this works. This is like an example I really like. It's a virtual exhibition that's embedded in the page of a gallery that's from New York. It's a virtual gallery. As you see, they have already embedded other exhibitions as well. And when click on enter, once it's loaded, you may explore the exhibition. You may also see the different artworks and get closer to them, take a closer look, and then also click on learn more to see all the information that has been uploaded about this artwork, even inquire. That will allow you to send an email to the gallery, or as well see in AR, which is augmented reality. Okay, so I hope that you are with me up to now. We have made it to a widget section. Let's see how the widgets work and what are the widgets. The widgets are basically integrations that will translate as buttons on your website. This is mainly useful if you have an e-commerce, for example, or a product page where you want your clients to be able to visualize your art at a scale and play around also in your product page. Let's dive in and see some examples on how the widgets work, which I think are easier to understand that way. Just as I mentioned before we go to the examples, here is where you'll find in the dashboard the widget section to create your own widget, as well in the center of the menu at the top or at the bottom of the dashboard. Okay, let's dive into the examples. We have several examples of other artists that have used our widgets. In this case, we're going to go with Elena Dragoy, which is one of my favorites.
So this is Elena Dragoy. She's a photographer and she's part of the ArtPlacer community. This is her product page, for example, for this artwork, where she has library spaces on her product images to showcase her artwork at a scale. And she has these two buttons that she has integrated into her site. These are the ArtPlacer widgets, which if we see, there's like the view in our room button that will showcase an artwork that's already in a sample room that she has selected. She also allowed for the resizing of the artwork and the selection of other of the available artworks. As well, she has also set it up so that her clients can add the frames if they want to from the selection of frames she has selected, and they can play around with the different artworks. This will allow that they can see different curatorial strategies and choose to download and later email her and ask about this combination, know more of the pricing and information. The other option is the viewing a client room, which is similar to personal spaces, where the client will be uploading an image of their own room.
Okay, so for now, we have seen the try in your room and the view in our room widgets, which are two of our three widgets we offer. Let's see the last type of widget. The last widget we're going to be revising today is the view in AR widget. This widget will allow your clients to just scan the QR code or just click on your button, view in AR. And having previously downloaded the free mobile app from ArtPlacer, they'll be able to see in augmented reality your artwork at a scale anywhere. You will have a profile for free that comes together with your subscription that you can choose to have active or just deactivate. This profile will be shown on the app that you have just seen with the augmented reality feature, or also accessed through the browser. Let's see how it looks. Basically, each profile has the opportunity to have feature artworks, feature virtual exhibitions, and on the different artworks have widgets also in them working on there. This will allow you to have, if you don't have a website yet, to have something that is innovative, that it's also nicely curated for you to showcase your artworks, either as a profile, just to have a portfolio that's more innovative, or your own platform. I hope that now you can make the most out of ArtPlacer and that you can feel confident to use all of our features. Well, until next time.